Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Judy. So today I'm making some holiday cookies. I'm going to be using these Andes mints. And if you love mint and chocolate, you're going to love these. I found this recipe on Pinterest and I've never tried it, but the cookies look delicious and they're easy. So let's make some Andes mint chocolate chip cookies and see how they turn out. Okay, the first step to these Andes mint chocolate chip cookies is we're going to do the wet ingredients first. And it's pretty simple according to the recipe. We're going to use 3/4 cups of butter or 12 tablespoons. And it doesn't have to be room temperature. I just had it set now for a few minutes because we're going to melt it in the microwave. So we have 3/4 cup or 12 tablespoons. This is unsalted butter. And we're going to add 2 cups of chocolate chips. We're going to add, if I can get it out of here, 2 tablespoons of just regular water. And we're going to add our brown sugar, and it is, oh, lost my place. Oh goodness, where is it? Oh, 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of mix this around just a little bit. And we're gonna do this in the microwave at 30-second intervals. So let's try the first one. Of course, my microwave is off camera. We'll do our first 30 seconds and then we'll, of course I have to unwrap these Andes mints. I love these things. They remind me of when I was a kid. My mom used to buy these all the time. And I love chocolate and mint together, so just beautiful. Okay, that's the first 30 seconds. I just want to stir it around a little bit here. And we're only going to do it until, you know, everything's melted together. So I'll let you know how many times. It's working pretty good even for 30 seconds. Okay. All right, 30 more seconds. Okay, this is 30 seconds number 2. Look how much that's melted. I'm going to stir that around. It smells really good. I love the smell of chocolate. I'm going to scrape the bottom of the bowl because we don't want the chocolate to burn. Okay. Mess these up. Okay, that's melting pretty good. Alright. Alright, I think I'm going to try 15 seconds now and see what that does. Okay, that was 15 seconds. We still have little pieces. So maybe it is another 30 seconds. Let's do another 15 seconds and then that should be perfect. Delicious. Okay, that's perfect. So you're going to do 3 sessions of 30 seconds in your microwave. And that completely melts it. There you go. I just wanted to do 15 first for the third time because I didn't want to burn the chocolate. Okay, now we're going to add our dry ingredients. Okay, first we have to add our eggs. I almost forgot about that. We got 2 large eggs. And I beat them up with a fork. And we're going to add our vanilla. And our vanilla, I'm using pure vanilla. And it is 1 teaspoon. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Yep, there you go. 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And I'm going to use my whisk. There we go. Mix it really, really well. Kind of reminds me of brownies. All right. Now we can add our dry ingredients. You actually can use your hand mixer, but I don't think I really need it. Set this aside. Okay, now our dry ingredients. Okay, our dry ingredients is 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And so we're going to take, let me see, let me get a fork here. I'm going to mix it up just a little, get the salt and stuff incorporated in there. All right, there we go. That's good. Okay, I'm just going to put it all in there because it's not that much. And then, I think I will use my electric mixer for this part. We're just going to mix it until there's no white streaks of the flour in our batter. You might have to scrape your sides down a little bit. And you can do this in a stand mixer too. Yeah, it reminds me of brownies. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I transferred the cookie dough batter to another bowl so I could fit it in my refrigerator, because now I have to let it chill for 30 minutes. And after it's chilled, then we're going to make the cookies. Okay, the Andes Mint cookie dough has been sitting in the refrigerator for about 35 minutes, and it looks like fudge. It really looks wonderful. So now my oven's been preheating on 350, and it says to roll, it's kind of like truffles, to roll your cookie dough into a ball like the size of a walnut, and you're gonna place them 2 inches apart. So this is, oh my gosh, this is just not really sticking to my hands or anything. This is great. Well, a little bit of my finger there, but about 2 inches apart, because they're going to spread a little bit. I think I'm really going to love this recipe. Okay, so just like that. Like I said, it reminds me of like a truffle. 2 inches apart. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. It's kind of a dreary day here in Arkansas. And probably you might have to put this back in the fridge if it does start to get too warm on your hands. But there you go. I'm going to keep doing that. And then, like I said, my oven's preheated to 350. And we're going to bake these. Hold on just a second. Let me check and make sure I get it right. You're going to bake them for 8 to 10 minutes. But do not over bake. They're supposed to crack a little bit on the edges and on the top. And then you're going to take them from the oven. And we're going to place on top of each cookie, after they're baked, when they're still warm, one of the Andes Mints, and then we're going to it'll melt within about 60 seconds, and then we're going to take my little spatula and smooth it on the top, and then once they are cooled, the Andes Mint will kind of create a shell according to the recipe. All right. Okay, so I'm going to continue filling up this tray and get it in the oven, and I will bring you back when this first batch is done. Okay, here's our first batch. Wow, that one got really big. Probably because I'm not consistent in the amount of dough I'm taking out, but that's okay. I put the rest of it back in the refrigerator to get cold again. So now the recipe tells you to wait like 60 seconds before you start placing your unwrapped Andes Mints on the cookie. So let's give it just a few more seconds here. I just love these things. They're so good. I've seen a recipe too where you can actually place an Andes mint inside of your cookie dough and bake it, and I bet you that's really good too. Okay, I'm just going to start placing them on here and see how they melt. So you just lay it right on the top. And supposedly they're supposed to start to melt. They're still pretty warm, so. Yep, they're starting to melt. Look at that. Ooh. Okay, let them set for just a few, about another minute, and then we'll spread the chocolate around. Okay, look at that. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. All right, so I'm just going to spread them out. Ooh, I want to run off the cookie. Look at that, and it worked. I can't wait to do a taste. I already did that one. Can't wait to do a taste test on these. Now they said, is these cool that the chocolate will turn in, you know, will set up and be like a shell. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And you could actually, to make it even crispier, you could put, crispier, more like Christmas, you could put sprinkles on there if you wanted to. And I happen to have some right here. So let's just do a few. Look at that. We'll just do a few of them like this. Because I've got more. I'll also just do this whole batch here. I've got more dough, more cookies to make. So it says the recipe makes 28 or 48 cookies. But depends on how big you make them. This one got really big here, so I don't know. Okay, we're going to let this set up, and I'm going to continue making the cookies, and I will bring you back when they're all finished, and we'll do a taste test. Okay, the chocolate Andes has set up on the cookies. It really does, and it sets up really great. So you can actually make these and let them, you know, set up, and you can wrap them up for Christmas gifts to take, like in a gift basket, or just to take over to a holiday dinner with, you know, just as a treat for the kids or whatever. And you don't have to put the sprinkles on. You can just leave it with just the mint, or you could do crushed peppermint candy on the top, might be good. So let's do a little taste test. Oh, okay, it's a crisp, kind of a crisp cookie on the outside, but it's not hard on the inside. Oh my gosh, this is really good. If you love chocolate and mint together, you're going to love these, especially with a big old glass of milk or a cup of coffee. See, the shell on there stays right on there. Delicious. Very, very good. Or you can just leave the Andes mint off the top and just have a chocolate cookie. You know, if your kids don't like mint, because there's no mint flavoring inside the cookie itself. It's just chocolate chips. Very, very good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will leave the recipe in the description box below. And I hope you give them a try, because they're easy. They're just a little bit time consuming as far as keeping the dough cold, because my kitchen is warm because of the oven. So, but my oven was at 350. I baked them for 10 minutes. It says 8 to 10 minutes, which 10 minutes was good for me in my oven. You'll just have to try it in your oven. And put the Andes, bring them out of the oven, put your Andes mint on top, let it set for like 60 seconds, and then just spread it out with a little spoon or spatula. They're delicious. I will definitely make these for the holidays. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you give it a thumbs up and a like. And thanks for all my new subscribers. Thanks for all the subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. I appreciate all of you. And I will see you in my next video coming up pretty soon. Bye.